Welcome to the June meeting of the Commission on Aging. Thanks everybody for being here. I will not be here at the July meeting, so my friend Sue will be chairing as vice chair. So I will, at the end of this meeting, I will say see you in September, because I won't be here in July, and there's no August meeting, as you'll recall. All right?
Oh, wow.
Fair enough? But you're in good hands with Sue. Thank you, Sue.
We'll see.
Well, I'm sure it'll be great. I'll be watching on TV and saying, oh, that's great, and I'll be on vacation. Great. First order of business today is the minutes. Does anybody besides Peter have any changes? Because I have Peter's changes. No, we're good? Okay, so I'm going to read Peter's changes into, Peter sent this to me by email. Peter can't be here today. He says, page 4, 7th paragraph, replace existing sentence with, Mr. Etter encouraged Ms. Chambrelli to share ongoing health information with Chris Jones, Executive Director of At Home in Darien, to ensure its 4,200 members are kept current on health matters. Okay. Then Peter says there's a second change. On old business in section labeled Mr. Etter presented the following report. Delete the sentence, Mr. Etter will be presenting on loneliness and isolation issues, with no replacement for that. Anybody have any other changes to the minutes from May? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes as modified? Thank you, Susan. A second, thanks everybody. All in favor? I appreciate that, thanks so much. And now to our Human Services and Mather Center report. We go to Alan. One report, go for it.
All right, so things are plugging away downstairs, so it's going well, and the staff, they run the show anyway, but so I'll start with Human Services. So we did do our QPR training, the suicide, skills, or what to say to somebody when they might be having a mental health crisis. We did it at the senior center, and we had 20 people, and I think 18 of them were seniors, maybe. So it was good. It was a good outcome or show. Well, whatever the word is. Sorry. We're going to continue to do this. We'll probably try to do it in late July. And then the focal point designation, which I forgot to mention last month. So last minute, Joe came to the rescue because I had not seen an email that SWCAA, Southwestern Connecticut Agency on Aging, likes to have different designated focal points for providing services and whatever needs the senior, addressing seniors' needs. I can read it to you if you want. But so last minute, it was due by 12 o'clock, and I saw a reminder email, and Joe snapped on it and wrote a letter because we needed a letter of recommendation. And so just quickly what a focal point designation is, it's a highly visible facility where anyone in a community can obtain information and access to aging services. As defined by the Old Americans Act, it's a point of entry for accessing aging and disability services. Focal points are established to encourage the maximum collection and co-location, and coordination of services for older individuals. To older adults, it's a well-known, accessible place to turn for information, services, and opportunities. To families, it's a resource to support their efforts in caring for older adults. There's more to it, but that's the gist of it. So thank you for coming to the rescue on Under the Gun. And then our renters rebate program, we started taking applications. Actually, I forgot to put this in the last month, but in April 1st. So before Cynthia had her baby, she had a little boy, Michael David. So she was the one who always did all the renters rebate, but luckily Amy Warnock and Carly Hayes, our two program assistants, got trained in it so that they could do it while she's out. So that's well underway. Just quickly what those requirements are: you have to be 65 years of age as of December 31st, 2024, or disabled and collecting Social Security and disability payments, because it gives you a rent rebate for the previous year. You have to be a resident of Connecticut for at least 1 year, and your income for a single person is $45,200. For a married couple, it's $55,100. And you need to show proof of all income and whatnot. So anyone who's interested can call the Human Services Department. We have until the end of September, so plenty of time. Our emergency call list, we actually think we're going to be calling for the first time in probably a year. We didn't have to call this winter. With the heat wave coming up, because we're concerned obviously it's going to be pretty bad. So we're going to make our calls to just remind seniors to try to stay in air conditioning inside, hydrated, get what you need just in case. Because sometimes there can be brownouts, is that what it's called? Brownouts. Or, I don't know if that's going to happen, but So we'll be making those calls tomorrow because I think the heat starts on Sunday and then it's gonna be bad. Our medical loan closet, hopping all the time. So that's it for Human Services. For the Mather Center, all the staff were trained on the 29th by Post 53 staff for CPR AED. And I did say at the end that you want Liz to help you rather than me because she's better at it. She could get those chests rising faster than I could. Anyway, so we're grateful to them for coming to us. July 1st is when the annual membership renewal is. For Darien residents, it's free, and then for non-residents, it's $25. And the staff asked that if you had any changes over the last year to your phone number or email or address, to please update them with that. Then class fees have always been $4, and they are actually going up to $5 on July 1st. We have to increase the instructors' fees every year. And actually, believe it or not, many members request it to be $5 because they have to have exact change. And having $4, like that's kind of inconvenient. Speaking of that, we're also working on trying to start being able to accept credit card payments and get with the times. Because some of the younger seniors, and I personally don't have cash often, so they have to make sure they have cash. So it's in the works. Hopefully, I'll have news for you maybe next month, but we have to get the approval from the town, and it'll work through my senior center, which is the portal that they have downstairs to check in and everything. But that'd be great, then people can pay for lunch, their membership fees, and their class fees. So hopefully that will happen in the near future. And then the staff are creating a survey for all of the members to take, so we want their feedback and welcome any positive or maybe constructive criticism. So that's going to be started soon. And then some highlights of the fun thing coming up. Is the 24th at 12:30 is the karaoke sing-along. You're singing, right, Jerry?
I am.
Girls just want to have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
So that's always fun. It's a free program. On July 3rd, Jerry will be in the Darien's Got Talent show. And it's also combined with a birthday party because we're going to start celebrating whoever has birthdays in each month. They'll have cake on a designated day, so that'll be a combined birthday party and talent show on July 3rd, and that's at 12:30 also. And then on July 10th, Them G's, our local acoustic rock duo, Mark Gutenbrand and Mickey Glauber will be coming. And then on July 22nd, there's Caribbean Vibe is coming, a lively and captivating steel band performance. So it sounds fun. And then I also attached the whole program for July, so you have that as well. But those are just some highlights. So.
And seniors do love music.
Yeah, they're usually well attended.
It's very much attended.
Yeah.
I think it's good for them.
Yeah, and it's fun, lively music,
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Great.
So that's all I have.
Questions for Allie on either Human Services or on Hearing None? Thank you so much, Allie. Appreciate your dual role. Moving on to old business. Sue, I understand you're going to have a fun meeting coming up.
Last month, it wasn't, Allie, you had thought it was on a Wednesday, but it actually had been on a Tuesday.
Oh,
So I'm going to go this month. I've asked to be on the agenda, and I'll bring up snow, and even though it will be almost July, and hopefully they will have made some kind of decision. They have not reported to anyone or acknowledged.
And this is the Darien Housing Authority.
The Darien Housing Authority, they haven't acknowledged the receipt even, I don't believe, of Joe's letter, which was quite strong. So I'm going to ask them to please respond. We would like to hear.
But you're on the agenda. They haven't responded, but you're on the agenda.
I am on the
She
agenda.
contacted them to get on the agenda.
Okay, got it.
They didn't put me on the agenda. I just made that request.
I got it. Okay, now I understand.
So I will report next month.
Awesome. Okay, good luck. We hope that they're watching on TV 79 and will come to a good decision, which would be to not make seniors clean around their cars and move their cars,
After a snowfall.
After a snowfall, which for people who, including the person who appeared before us with a walker, is asinine. Yes, they say, oh, it's 55 and older, they should do this themselves. Well, you know who you're renting to, folks, okay? And if you're renting to somebody who is in her 80s, guess what? She should not be cleaning snow around her car. This is a pretty slam dunk point, right?
Not only that, they had done this for the past 15 years and they suddenly just decided that they didn't want to pay for it anymore. So that doesn't seem acceptable to me.
Yeah, they'll push back and say, oh, we didn't. But the reality is it was expected by whoever they hired that they would do stuff like this,
And
right?
they just need to make that request, just as part of the job.
One would think, and especially if you could even limit it, okay guys, to handicap spots. You know, figure out, that where are the handicap spots here? Your job is, right?
And our letter actually only did address the handicap spots.
Yeah, we're not asking to do the entire cleaning around everybody's car. Well, if somebody's in a handicap spot and you know she's in her 80s and she goes with a walker, it's nuts. It's just ridiculous. And so, Darien Housing Authority, do what's right. Otherwise, we'll keep upping, and eventually our first selectman, John, will get involved at some point.
Right.
We'll keep rattling cages till this gets done. Good news is, yes, it's June. We got time, right? That heat wave, fortunately, we don't have to clean cars around the heat wave.
Yes, no, we don't.
Awesome, thank you. Anything, other old business? I'll go over to Chris. Chris, what's going on at Home in Darien?
Busy time. We just are rolling out with our spring annual appeal, which is very important for the organization, especially important with a lot of new things, additional things that we are doing. We have continued to build on utilization for the van, the passenger van. We have introduced a new program we've called Out and About Eats, where we are working with local restaurants to secure special priced meals. We just did our first one last week to Paparazzi, and kudos to Paparazzi and Erica. 15 seniors.
Nice.
I went, and it was really heartwarming just sitting there and listening to people connect, and it was everything we hoped it would be. So we're going to try to do it maybe two in July. And Sue Oki, in addition to everything else she's doing, is the chairman for our van committee.
Nice.
So things are going. It's great. And we've got another concert coming up this Sunday. We've got tickets to a concert at the Stanford Museum
And Nature Center.
and Nature Center. And there's a harp and flute concert. Yeah, so we're very excited about it. So we're building on a calendar to look the next 2 and 3 months. A survey we did came back. We had almost 90 responses, and basically cultural events, museums, restaurants, activities, town activities. We are going to participate at the, well, there are a couple things we're going to be participating at, but the Tilly Pond, the 50th anniversary, and I guess that's the end of June, we're going to be there. And so we're looking to get involved and utilize that van, so that's exciting. The Out and About spring issue is literally going to hit the streets today or tomorrow, and of particular note is we featured Jerry Genovese on the cover. And,
Nice.
it was, yeah, I told her just be ready for the influx of people coming up. But it was personally gratifying because I got to learn even more about Jerry, and very impressive, and I'm looking forward to that going out. So very, very busy, and it's going to be a busy summer, and look forward to reporting on some of the success.
Awesome.
Hey Chris, remember Sunday is the heat wave, and you're
Oh.
going to Stanford.
Okay,
outdoors.
all right.
Bring some water.
Water, yeah.
And I would put an ice chest.
Yeah.
And maybe even do towels.
Heat wave.
Yeah, that's a
Put
great
them in
idea.
the, like at the golf course, because it's going to really be hot and it's going to be humid and.
Yeah.
What time is the event?
It's 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a very nice barn that's
Okay,
air
good.
conditioned though. I mean,
Oh.
So they're going to be inside?
Yes.
It'll be
Oh, raise the
Yeah.
roof.
But
It's
they have
still-
to
they have to
get
walk.
from
They
the
have to
parking
get
lot,
from the
they have to
thing,
get
right.
from the parking lot
And
there.
to and from.
That's
and
fair.
to and from. And
Yeah.
that van getting the air conditioning to the back is, you know,
Yeah.
But just to add another plug for the van, we are also planning to have picnics at Pear Tree and the gazebo, probably either Monday or Fridays during the summer. And we want to encourage people to sign up for going to the farmer's market, which is on every Wednesday. So the van will be
Yeah.
hopefully busy.
Oh, and one other specific event, we are gonna bring a group of people and we'll get some signs to the fireworks.
Nice.
So,
That is so cool.
Great.
yeah,
Wow.
Very cool. And the van is perfect for the fireworks, to be
Yeah.
able to get people right there.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So we're
really
gonna have
great.
to try to get a parking pass. Did you
Yeah,
talk to them already?
Yeah, I talked to them
Okay,
already, yeah, so we're working on that, yeah.
They should be
Yeah.
pretty cool with that, especially they gotta love vans
Yeah.
because that
Takes up-
eliminates
yeah.
10
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
That's great. Very cool. Awesome, good work. Any other old business? Okay, Chris, any other questions for Chris? Hearing none, I've got one old business piece, which is Peter, also in his absence, has dropped off these wonderful pamphlets from an event at Ridgefield. We can pass those out so that you'll get an idea of what Ridgefield is doing as far as their event.
Yeah.
And that's it for old business. Any new business? Hearing none, sadly for TV 79, this is going to be a very short show. So as a result, can I have a motion to adjourn the June meeting? Thank you. Second. All in favor? Aye. Thanks, everybody. And one last point, congratulations to Allie, her youngest daughter. I
Oh.
believe I saw that on Facebook, has graduated high school.
Yes,
That's so
thank you.
cool.
I'm done with the Darien Public Schools after 17 years.
Wow,
Thank you.
awesome.
Wow.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great summer.